Hey, you. Talking to you. Are you tired? Need a space to vent? Well, then get ready for the rally. Welcome to the anal margin. Ah.
Oh, shit, dude. What's going on, my normal freaks? Welcome back to the show. Anal margin.
Anal margin.
This is the people show. That's what we're here for, is the people. That's for all my normal freaks, dude. So check it out. We had a couple weeks delay because G. Davis over here, the goddamn tard dude, a.k.a. Butters Newsom's he got a haircut, so he didn't want to come on the show. Yeah, so he got he got JB welded his hair.
Yeah, we had a little mishap.
He put JB welded his hair, dude.
It happens.
So we had to cut his hair off.
It happens.
And then he was like, I think I could grow it back in the 2 weeks. And we're like, dude, we can't keep pausing this, dude.
They wouldn't even let me donate it. Said your shit's fucked up.
You should have donated it to me, dude. I would have wore it.
I said, your shit's salty. You ever wash this thing?
It's like, smells like feet, bro.
How in the world did you get JB Weld in your hair?
Explain it.
So I was in a tight spot. I was sitting there working on something. And then I was like reaching under this machine, JB welding something together, because apparently I don't need to fix it. JB Weld fixes everything.
He does.
And I sit my head down on something, and I pick it up, and this piece of cardboard's following me, and I start freaking out, having a panic attack. Then I stop, feel it, and I'm like, oh.
JB Weld. So you have cardboard and JB Weld stuck inside of your head?
Yeah, because I mix my JB Weld on a cardboard plate I make.
Oh, yeah.
So I had this thing just flying around my head.
Motherfucker got a piece of cardboard in there.
Did you look like a cat chasing its tail?
That dude got a door on stuck to his head, bro.
I pulled it off, and then my hair just stuck straight up.
So if he looks different on camera, folks, because he cut his locks off.
Yeah.
Gets beat up at the beach now because he's not a loco.
They don't serve me at the local bars anymore.
Yeah, so that's why we haven't put a couple out. So we kind of got delayed because Butters Newsom's fucking stuck a door to his head.
I don't smell like salt and vinegar anymore.
And it just smells like shit. All right, my normal freaks, dude. Oh, my bad, bro. What up, my normal freaks, man? So that's the reason we haven't been putting stuff out here. So we're trying to get back to normal here. So so I know what's coming up on schedule here. Keep checking it up. We got a few more we're gonna release after this one. So this show, we're gonna actually break this show down on a particular subject here. So this will be a few of them, so look out for that one. So we're gonna have to break these up, but we do we're gonna start taking calls coming in here on, what is this, June 27th? Is that the Friday? Oh no, June 28th. So June 28th, we're gonna start handling a couple phone calls coming in and start changing directions here. That's kind of how we should.
June 28th?
Is it June 28th? June 27th?
That'd be tomorrow.
Oh fuck, where am I, dude?
Planet Earth.
What calendar are you looking at?
I'm looking at the solstice, dude.
You've been hanging out with these aliens too much.
Jesus Christ, can't even market my own show.
Let me get
The
you
11th. No, 12th. I'm sorry, July 12th.
He's looking at the Mayan calendar.
God, bro. If I read from a script, we'd be fucked. So July 12th, which is a Saturday, we're going to start taking phone calls in. So if you guys want, there's some vacancies. So check out the website, analmargin.com. So like I said, this is the people's show, dude. You guys want to throw out your stories. It don't matter where you're from, what's going on. Your mom could be beating you with a fucking wooden spoon, and we want to hear from it, dude. So, you know what I mean? My mom used to beat me with a wooden spoon, and I wrote help on all the spoons and broke them and throw them back in the drawer.
True story.
Yeah, it was.
I heard about it.
And she used to pull my hair and hit me with a wooden fucking spaghetti spoon. So
I wonder why.
I don't know.
Were you mean to her for
I
some
wasn't
reason?
mean, dude. I was a golden angel, bud.
Oh.
I was Jesus' child sent down to my mother.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you got something similar to that, any kind, anything, any walk of life, anything, shape or form. You got your dad threw you out of the house because I don't know, you're a worthless sack of shit, or you're not making enough money, or your best friend stole your boyfriend.
That sounds personal.
Yeah, but that's okay. We want to hear that stuff, dude. It's just a people show. So, keep checking it out. Like I said, we're sorry we haven't put content out here. We got a couple emails through the website of, hey, what's going on? One of them was WTF.
What?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I didn't respond to it. I'm like, all right, dude, I know what you're talking about. So check us out. Like I said, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, analmargin.com. I mean, we're all over the place, dude. So thanks for your guys' support. But yeah, so July 12th. So yeah, send in your stuff, analmargin.com. We got vacancies open. Throw it in there. We want to hear from everyone, anyone, all of them, everyone here. So, yeah, let's roll Tide.
Bama.
White snowflake, red snowflake.
Red. Why?
I don't know, man. So that's what's going on here. So, but here, check this out. This thing, we're gonna kind of change something a little bit different here, but we're gonna roll with this one. And I don't know why this thing has not gotten a lot of the views that it has. And I saw this thing and then got it sent to me from a couple buddies too. But when you look at it, I don't know what's going on. So you folks got to bear with me. So I don't know if you've seen what's popped up on here on social media I know it's been on the news, a couple social media deals, but this peeled my cat back.
I don't think you.
This peeled my cat back.
I don't think you know what that means.
I'm not sure what it means.
Peel my cat back.
It just doesn't sound good.
I say it with a chest. Peel my cat back blue.
Oh boy.
This one peeled my cat back blue.
You're going for a different crowd with that
No,
one.
I know, dude. But this one made my eyes cross here, and I've probably seen this thing 1,000 times and picked it apart here. So I don't know if a lot of you guys have seen this post from the vice mayor of Cudahy. So this woman, let's keep this in mind before we dig into this. So this one has a doctorate degree.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She has a doctorate degree. So she has a bachelor's degree in arts from UC Santa Barbara. She has 2 master's degree in education from UCLA. Administrative credentials from UCLA. So
Supposedly educated.
Yes, this is her from an immigrant parents.
Okay.
Right? She went to southeast city of Huntington. She's from, I think, Huntington Park. And let me try to pull this up here. My computer's running a little bit slow. I apologize, you guys. Yeah. But this blew me away. So we're going to dig into this a little bit, and we're going to pick this apart here, because all the shit that's going on right now in this fucked up world, you know what I mean? I'm so tired of toxicity and rioting and race fucking wannabe bullshit opinions left and right. And now there's a war that's trying to be launched and everybody's fucking critiquing that goddamn thing like they're running the country. So I mean, I'm tired of hearing this stuff. I really am. I'm just trying to live in some peace. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this, but a lot of you guys haven't. So let's dive into this thing. Here we go.
I want to know where all the cholos are at in Los Angeles. 18th Street, Florencia. Where's the leadership at? Because you guys are all about territory, and this is 18th Street, and this is Florencia. You guys tag everything up, claiming hood. And now that your hood's being invaded by the biggest gang there is, there ain't a peep out of you. It's everyone else who's not about the gang life that's out there protesting and speaking up. We're out there like fighting our turf, protecting our people. And like, where you at? Bien calladitos, todos los chulitos. I'm like, dude, they're running amok all up on your streets and in your city. And Pete, when the big gang guns come in, nothing but like quiet, and we're out here, the regular ones that have never been jumped in, out here calling things out trying to organize people, trying to do the thing. So don't be trying to claim no block, no nothing. If you're not showing up right now, trying to like help out and organize, I don't want to hear a peep out of you once they're gone. trying to claim that this is my block. This was not your block. You weren't even here helping out. So whoever's the leadership over there, just fucking get your members in order.
Chingawe.
Some controversial.
Controversial?
Controversial?
I thought you were going to say controversial.
I got to sound out the big words sometimes.
That's okay. So that's the video. And I know it's been going around. And like I said, this is the city of Cudahy. So Cudahy, we got viewers in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a couple from Ireland. So for those who don't know, like if you look up the U.S. map, it's by Bell Gardens.
Which I live in the U.S. and I don't know where the fuck
so
that is.
we're in SoCal. We're in SoCal. This is like close to home. So from the international viewers or from a couple different states, you know, that people watch my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's 710 freeway, 710 northbound, just south of the 5. This is supposed to be an elected official here.
She's voted in,
elected to local government, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a local government official with some high standards who should be carrying herself in those high standards, right?
Yes.
Almost like a police chief, or I'm gonna get fucking bombed on for saying that. Fuck the police. It's not. No. It's supposed to be the opposite. Folks. Professionalism. Come on. Let's dignity is a word. So if you're an elected official, you should be an elected official 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So this elected official who is an educator, this is an educator who taught in public schools in the LA Unified School District. No wonder their fucking Teslas or scores are so low. This woman, she makes a call to defend, calling on gangs, right? Well-known violent street gangs.
Allegedly,
in my opinion.
Calling.
Allegedly calling on gangs. You know, the definition of a gang member, a gang of criminals, especially a racketeer in an organized crime syndicate, is the defined word of a gang. Makes a call, right, for street gangs to defend their neighborhood against federal law enforcement. She's calling on local terroristic gangs that have been well proven, well known, to defend her community, her streets, against the United States federal government. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. So if you look at it and you want to start tearing this apart, right? Because I know she got a bunch of backlash for it. The union's coming after her. Everybody's coming after her, calling for her to step down. And she's been quiet for a couple days. I do know that. But this is an educator here. This is an educator with a doctorate degree. This is who taught children in schools going on and doing it. So if you look at it, you want to tear us apart, right? Excuse me. And if this is someone who is doing this, let's go the defined, right? I mean, this is the definition of anarchy. So, I mean, this is an anarchist, dude, is someone who believes that all forms of government and law are undesirable. I'm sure there's a shitload of people who obviously try to change the narrative on this, right? Knowing our fucked up society and the way it is right now.
Well, yeah, you get one person telling another person, gets a story mixed up, and that person gets another story mixed up. And
well, you know what, dude? It's like this, man. So you got everybody who will twist all these words, especially like right now, what's going on. All this immigration stuff, all this crap happening right now. You got, just take the war in Iran. We're not trying to get too involved with government politics. We're trying to get involved with our own domestic problems here. That's what the show's about, right? So the show's about, us normal freaks fighting the rest of the country and the world, dude. Like, is it me, bro? This can't be just me going, this is fucked up. So I'm not sitting here trying to twist the narrative.
Yes.
In any way, shape, or form, because, dude, I can fucking read and write, right? You can read and write. I don't know about that, but you might be able to.
I'm almost there.
I can understand the English fucking language.
Yeah, I got that part.
Right. So, and I'm sure you can too. So it's the video's in front of you. And like I said, I'm sure there is a shitload of people who obviously try to change the narrative of the video and then try to convince the apparent dumb fucks of the world that it's not what was said or what she meant by that. So you always put something like that out there. Someone's always going to come back and go, you know what I mean? I didn't mean to say that. I didn't say that. That's not what I said. And then you could sit up there after that was put onto social media.
It's on video.
It's on video. And someone's going to be like, oh, that's not what she meant. That's not, she was just expressing herself.
Well, I'm sure that's what she's coming out and saying.
Well, she did too. So she didn't come out publicly and defend herself. But what was funny too is yesterday I was coming back. I was driving somewhere, dude, and I was thinking about this the whole time. I'm like, dude, so she did DM. She put out a DM, right? And she was like, the FBI is now coming in to investigate me. That I'm not quoting, but that's what her message was. If you want to fact check that, but she did put it out there for a direct DM. If there's any lawyers out there to come represent me, DM me. So the federal government, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the United States federal government is coming to her to,
hey, you should probably step down or something.
yeah, we got a problem here, right? So this is a big fucking problem. This is a huge problem amongst the other bullshit problems that we have every single day. We got problems. We got fucking stupid riders in the fucking street claiming racism. We're just trying to uphold a constitutional law. These people will come and they will take this shit amongst all what's going on right now. You got riding, you got jackasses throwing fucking rocks at cop cars, dude. Stopping fucking highways, stopping interstates, throwing rocks at cops, dude. Burning Waze cars in the middle of the goddamn street.
Totaling cop cars.
Yeah, dude. Not just that. I mean, just creating anarchy, looting, breaking glass, spray painting on graffiti, throwing trash in the fucking ground, pissing, shitting.
Just chaos. I see a lot of bad videos going around.
Yeah, see, and that right there. Look, man. So here's the define, right? You got your freedom of speech under the Constitution, and that's fine. You want to go protest, you want to burn your fucking flags, and you're allowed to burn flags in the United States because it's hence freedom of speech. And it's not okay, but when it comes to that shit, all this crazy anarchy going on and crap going on, people just trying to get from fucking A to B, going to work or going home, going to the store. They forgot their medication at CVS, and you come around the corner to this bullshit. Could you imagine that? Just like, I'm putting this bitch in 4x2.
Yeah, and you have a mob surrounding your car. I mean,
yeah, it's like I said, man. As a civilized society, dude, this isn't civilized at all. And that's the point of all this shit. So I mean, there's so much going on.
What happened to a peaceful protest?
And that's the define of what it's supposed to be, So, and I get trying to make your point across. I'm not going to sit here and elaborate 100,000 times on how my opinion is on what the fuck is going on with moronic fucks. I mean, but it's yes, the narrative gets twisted, like this video. I'm sure, like I said, dude, there's going to be this side here is going to twist this narrative 110%. And then some fucking moronic idiot who doesn't understand common sense or is not educated enough or hasn't been through life experience enough to go, that didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, well, it's apparent it's a fucking duck.
Might be a duck.
Yeah. So, I mean, for the idiots out there saying ducks can't talk, yes, they can. You know what they do? They go quack. That's their language, dude. So they can't talk. And I'm sure another group of people, right,
Did the vice mayor
will form a protest against what I said. You know what I'm saying?
she teach you how ducks walk and talk?
Oh my God, they're gonna form a protest.
I
over
want to
that.
see a bunch of ducks protesting.
That's their language. They go quack. They're gonna form a
I
fucking.
would show up to that just to watch the duck parade.
They're gonna form a protest around that comment. Man, I can see it now, dude. The group, like we'll call it the fucking quack
Quackers?
whispers. It's gonna be a quack whisper. You know what I mean? They're gonna make you like they'll start burning shit, setting shit on fire, force everyone to turn over their pools from their house, dude,
This pond is ours.
or whatever twisted shit they can come up with. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. That's the issue. I said that comment. Some animal rights activist group will be beating at my front door, and it's the quack whispers. And we have to relocate them, and we need all your pools. And it's like, what, dude? Bro, I'm just here to get some suntan going down, dude. Back off. So this is the problem, right? So you go back to the point of all this madness is going on. It's kind of starting to maybe not dwindle because it's happening everywhere. But dude, LA is such a shit cesspool.
Yeah.
And dude, trust me, kids.
Always has been.
Yeah, been there, done that, worked in that town for decades, every single day. Lived close to it. Dude, it's a fucking cesspool. And I'm sorry, bottom line, I'm talking shit about LA because there's some damn good people in LA. But the other problem is there's this and then there's that. And you have that doing this in their own community, which I've never understood, burning shit in your own community or damaging your own property. So that's how property taxes go up. But I mean, there's another problem too, right? Like you have a different set of people who are, you can go stand there and protest, dude, wave your flag, burn your flag, eat your ices, dude, get some Jamaicas.
Do whatever you feel you need.
Yeah, stand there and support whatever's going on. You got that freedom in the Constitution. That's 100% fine. That's fine. But when you start
Terrorizing.
creating problems and anarchy and all this bullshit and property destruction and breaking windows of businesses that are not yours, you don't pay the bills, you don't pay the aggregate policies, you don't
Stealing, theft.
Yeah, I mean, let's just stop the bullshit here, dude. You're just making yourself look like nothing but a jackass. I mean, bottom line. In my opinion, too, you know what? And that's when I watched that video. And like I said, I got another thing I can break that down in a better sense. You know, but I mean, she is apparently showing the world, you know, and I'm not only saying this, it's because she put this out on social media for the world to see it. Plus, she's putting those college degrees to good use, apparently, right? I mean, doing some dumb shit like this, too. So the brilliant one here with the master's degrees in education is calling for an uprising against the United States. That's called insurrection. That's the define of insurrection. You know what I mean? So, I mean, for those lovely folks out there, maybe she needs to understand this too as an educator. You know, it's an organized and usually violent act of revolt or rebellion against an established government or governing authority of a nation, you know, or state or other political party. So entity by a group of its citizens or subjects, also any act of engaging in such a revolt. This is what, for those who can read and write and utilize common sense, here is substantiated without a doubt what she has done. I mean, you can't twist that narrative. I mean, remember, kids, you know what I mean? The duck theory, dude. If it fucking walks like a duck and talks like a duck, dude, it's a fucking duck. You can't go back in and put that video up there. And I mean, I'll sit there, which, you know, I think I'm going to too, and I'll pick that thing apart because that was the thing too. When I was driving home yesterday, I'm like, man, dude,
Years are turning.
yeah, the whole time, right? The whole freaking time. I'm like, I didn't want to speak about this. I don't want to sit here and get political about nothing, dude. I got my own goddamn problems. But I'm like, you know what? If she put that out there with a bunch of shit going on right now and everybody already stressed out and freaked out to the max about what's going on, well, then screw it. We'll put it out there against her too, right? So it's like, what do you do? Tit for tat type thing?
I feel like more people need to hear this because it doesn't seem like it's that.
It's
crazy.
not talked about a bunch, dude. That's what pisses me off too. And like I said, you're not supposed to sit there and comment on every freaking thing that goes on. I don't want to be
But I mean, they have celebrities that have done less, have said less, and they're canceled, and they're across every news station and every platform and anytime you've shown on a computer or whatever, you know. And this one seems like it's being a little bit suppressed.
Yeah, very much so. You know what it is too? It's like an ideological motivation is what she put out there. I mean, the violence is typically driven by specific ideologic goals, which can be political, religious, social, racial, environmental in nature. I mean, that's the define of you know what? That's the definition of domestic terrorism. In
our opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion. But it's also defined too, because here, let me put this back up here. Let me do this. Let me back up. Let me find. I was trying to get to my point. So yesterday when I was driving, and this was something that clicked in my head, because I've heard it. All I've heard this was on AM radio.
You listen to AM radio?
I do, bro, because I'm NPR. I'm top shelf, bro.
How old's your vehicle that you still get AM, or does that come standard?
Every vehicle has AM.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
AM's not banned yet, right?
Yet.
Yet. And it better not be, because I'm NPR. I'm top shelf, dude.
It's not going to get banned. It's just going to be forgotten about.
Let me try to pull some stuff up here, because when I was thinking about this when I was driving, I'm like, it's the instant this came into my brain, this thought. I'm like, oh, so she put out that DM about an attorney. I'm like, fucking any minute, man. Somebody's going to freaking, let me try to find this thing. Somebody's going to come up and represent her. Lo and behold, when I was about 20 minutes from home, her attorney puts out a statement. And I was like, oh, beat me to the punch. So this is her attorney who's now representing the vice mayor, an elected official, for putting out that video on social media. Let me pull this up here. Oh, so let's kind of dig into this a little bit. We can do it in a comical sense too, so she doesn't feel so bad.
It's going to make her feel worse.
I mean, everyone's calling for her resignation, man. Her union for LAUSD, the police department's doing. There's a lot of people.
They're praying for her downfall.
Yeah, is doing this. So this is her right here. Let's find this. Oh, here we go. Right here. Let's see if we can pull this up. I don't think we can pull it up on our screen, but I'll read it out loud to you. LA. So Cudahy Vice Mayor Cynthia Gonzalez has broken her silence and is refuting claims she was trying to incite violence against federal law enforcement after she received backlash over a now deleted TikTok video in which she appears to call on street gangs to defend their streets from ICE agents. Let's keep this in mind, people. ICE agents are a federal agency. United States government federal agents. What they are saying, Gonzalez's attorney, Damian Martinez, released a statement on Thursday in which she said Gonzalez called upon her local community to exercise their First Amendment rights, which is freedom of speech, right here, to free speech and assembly to express their views on recent ICE enforcement actions in the social media post. Dr. Gonzalez, so he quotes doctor. It even has quote. Remember, she has a doctorate. In no way encouraged anyone to engage in violence. Any suggestion that she advocated for violence is categorically false and without merit, Martinez said. Previous coverage, ICE reacts to Cudahy Vice Mayor's disgusting comments calling on cholos to defend streets. Gonzalez said through her lawyer, she will continue to present her community and encourage people to exercise their rights to free speech and assembly. Quote, civic engagement is fundamental to our country's constitutional and political process and a constitutionally protected means of finding an alternative to the policy of mass deportation, her attorney said. Her message was entirely peaceful. This is the statement from her attorney. But what we'll get into this a little bit more.
That doesn't sound very peaceful to me.
I've been fucking thinking about this, kids, and I think it's time to pick this motherfucker apart.
Hold on. I want you guys to picture a bunch of cholos out there with picket signs protesting peacefully.
I bet they'd hold them sideways too.
Oh, let's do this. There's well, hold on. There's another video. You know what? I just saw this other video. Let me see if I could post this up. So let's give you a snippet. America, beyond America, UK, Ireland, Switzerland, China,
Australia.
I mean, let's look at peaceful, right? And this is just a snippet. And I'm not going to sit up here and try to find 97 videos to try to prove the narrative because it's already on national fucking
As they
TV.
say, you can turn it on and look it up.
Let's
anywhere.
find a snippet here. So this is her. Let me pause this. Let me see if we can go back and find. So you see that video, and then here, let's just look at this snippet. So let's go to a video. Here's a snippet.
What kind of shit is that? We're human beings, man. Fuck you again. Viva la raza! Viva la raza!
You know what? Let's play it again. For those who were like, I didn't see it because it was so short. Like I said, I'm not going to play 78 clips.
Okay.
And I'm just everybody's seen it. So, I mean, this is a snippet. So, peaceful protest. Play it one more time.
What kind of shit is that? We're human beings, man. Fuck you again. Viva la raza! Viva!
Her message was entirely peaceful. Is that where I left off?
Yeah, right about there.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's a Waze car burning in the fucking background. A dude with a ski mask wearing a fucking two-piece suit interviewing an angry Latino with a Mexican national flag in his hands. And that's fine. Wave your flags. I don't give a fuck. It's look at the background. Look at beyond the burning fucking car in the streets. They're probably 150 feet away from that fucking car. Well, there's a dude in a two-piece suit and a ski mask.
And a tie.
In a tie. Two-piece. I said two-piece. Three-piece would be the vest.
Oh,
Jacket,
yeah, you're
pants,
right.
Yeah.
okay.
So I said two-piece correctly. But I mean, look at the contradiction here, right? Of what this peaceful fucking message bullshit is. So all this is going on before she puts this comment out. This anarchy, this bullshit for weeks, dude.
I was going to say, yeah, it's been weeks now.
Dude's getting shot with rubber bullets because they just won't fucking stop and the whatever. You know, for those ones who are smart enough out there to understand, you know, what you see, yes, can get changed, but this wasn't changed. A lot of it. I live close to there. And, you know, seeing this shit firsthand, this isn't a speculation. This is a definitive. But I mean, so all this was going on. Nasty shit's happening. Property damage, anarchy.
This chaos don't get you nowhere.
Nowhere, dude. I mean, come on, dude. If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. So I'm sorry. It's blatant, substantiated. So someone dipped, you know, someone that wasn't a burning car in the background. That was a flaming bag of dog shit.
Well, why is it in the middle of a fucking freeway?
Yeah, or it was in the city streets. It's like
We were having a bonfire roasting some Wheaties.
Yeah.
in broad daylight on a weekday, dude. Does nobody fucking have a job?
On a 10-lane freeway.
God damn, dude. I mean, you know what's even fucking funnier is who ordered those cars there? What IP address are they gonna come back to? Like, who ordered this, dude?
Well, I don't know if that's the exact one. Are those what do you call Waze cars?
Those Waze cars gotta be. A
I don't know.
cop car.
Is that what that is?
I believe so. There was 3 of them that were burned at one time. What phone? That's what blows me away too. Do they not know that, you know, this is a little bit more
Advanced
time than 1954? You have traffic cameras, dude. You have security cameras. You have every building has a camera. There's people with a fucking camera
In their pocket 24/7.
24/7. There's a guy in a ski mask interviewing a dude with a dude in front of him with a camera. Does nobody understand this, dude? Does nobody understand this shit? Is it just me?
They're not scared.
Look at what the sign says. This is what this damn show is about, dude. Is it me, dude? It can't be me. I shit you not, man.
You know what I'm curious about? So, in the Vice Mayor video, you said it seems like there's one of her friends or she's in like a public place. I want to know what their conversation before that video was.
Probably that. Probably whoever encouraging somebody to get on social media and post that shitty message.
I just think that's crazy. Like you have 2 minds sitting there working together, talking. Obviously,
Conversating.
people talk when they're together.
Yeah.
That's what they do. How does that come across their mind? We need to get gangs. Calling all gangs.
That's like me sitting, it's like me sitting in front of you, like, all right, let me tape you. You should put your cock in that beer, dude.
I want to know who cucked that video.
Yeah, I mean, fine. Okay, whatever. You recorded it. You should never have said it. You shouldn't have done it. But you physically put it out there.
But here's the consequence.
Like, you didn't think about that. You didn't, like, you know, you say things sometimes. You're like, oh fuck, I don't want anyone else to hear that.
Well, the same consequence as somebody robbing a liquor store after the fact. Like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done it. Or getting pulled over for a DUI. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. You did it. You fucking
got
did
it. You got behind the wheel.
You
turned the car on.
Premeditated. Thought about it.
And this woman called for gangs.
Yeah. Thought.
Allegedly.
Excuse me. So you premeditatedly thought about this. Not only that, you either A, picked up your phone and swiped your screen up, went to your camera mode on your phone, on your app's phone, hit fucking record, flip the screen around, put it in front of you. That's called premeditation. And videotape yourself saying this most stupidest shit. And not only did you say this dumb shit as an elected official to a local government, right? With a doctorate degree, master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, an educator.
Educated.
An educator. This is a fucking educator. This is a fucking teacher. This was a principal and the director of pilot programs currently now. This is
Hopefully she's not directly teaching a classroom at the moment.
I'm sure she is.
Bet
So
she's hiding out somewhere.
her message back to was entirely peaceful and aimed at encouraging civic engagement. Civic means public. Through lawful and constructive means. Doctor, I like how now they're referring here, which is fine. Everyone's got a fucking doctor. A dentist is a doctor. He's like, I would like to be referred to as Dr. Tom.
Okay, Dennis.
Right. So Dr. Gonzalez is deeply committed to fostering open dialogue. Apparently you were. On important and often controversial issues, she added. This is a statement, mind you, her lawyer put out on her behalf. The backstory. Controversial comments. I don't know if we should go into those. Interesting leadership. Now where's your hood at? Hold on, let me read this real quick. No block, no nothing if you're not showing up right. No.
Where's the old hood at?
Jesus Christ. So that let's go into this. We'll stop the controversial comments. I'm not trying to go into that. I was just trying to read the statement her attorney put out on her behalf to kind of sum it all. So here you go, right? The duck story.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's going to try to, you're an attorney, dude. That's great. Twist the narrative. I mean, that's what you get paid to do. So you're a defense lawyer. Defense.
You can't defend that. No,
Well, and they will too, because he's going to go, that's not what she meant. But let's do this, because I thought about this yesterday. So let's go ahead.
Maybe it was taken out of context, the whole video. That's going to be her defense.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just
It was
read you,
AI.
I just read you the comments.
No,
It was
I know.
I read
AI.
the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was all AI.
So let's do this. Let's try to. Let's go back. Let me go back here because I was thinking I was getting on topic. Oh, I mean, like the fine. So what she's progressed into, that's the definition of domestic terrorism: engaging in acts dangerous to human life that violate U.S. or state criminal laws and are intended to intimidate or coerce the civilian population. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Influence government policy or affect government conduct through mass destruction. Now people are going to go like, oh, that is the define of domestic terrorism. And people are going to go, no, there's no way she's not a terrorist. And that's not, it's no, she was because the words that she chose. And the attorney's going, oh no, that brings no merit. That brings, and remember, she's an educator, dude. She was the director of schools in LA Unified School District. And she is the current director of pilot school programs with a doctorate degree she holds. This is her. This is, I mean, in other words, let's go back. Let me see. Let's do this. Let's see if I can pull this video back up. And let's go through this again. So this is what caught me, where she's saying, oh, no, I didn't mean that. And I'm just exercising my freedom of speech. And I'm out there, let's not construe this, right? So maybe we should play this video again here. Let me go back. My computer's buffering slowly.
I want to know where all the cholos are at in Los Angeles. 18th Street, Florencia. Where's the leadership at? Because you guys are all about territory, and this is 18th Street, and this is Florencia. You guys tag everything up, claiming hood. And now that your hood's being invaded by the biggest gang there is, there ain't a peep out of you.
Now that your hood's being claimed by the biggest gang there is, I don't remember ever a gang dude paying a pension package, right? A union pension package, dude, and Social Security and weekly paychecks, medical and dental.
The mafia.
No, Mafia didn't do that either. Well, they put those people in dummy corporate construction companies and all that crap, no show pay call jobs and all that stuff. So, but I don't remember like the Valencia 18th Street gang. If you guys are hiring, dude, And I could get a medical package and a pet. Maybe I don't want a 401k because
I was
that's
gonna say,
bullshit.
what's a 401k plan?
Yeah, I wonder what the high. You guys like give out high yield IRAs or something I can invest into?
You guys pay weekly or bi-weekly?
I hate that shit. The biggest gang. Well, Jesus Christ, dude. And this is the woman who works underneath the mayor as vice mayor, her boss, and so is she a superior, who is the boss of the police force. So if this is what her ideology is now, as second in command of the boss
Yes.
of the Cudahy Police Department, Fire Department, in charge of budgets, public works. This is absolutely insanity. So I stopped it there because I hate that fucking shit. The biggest gang there is. I don't know, man. If you guys are hiring, dude, let me know. But listen to this, folks. Let's try to play it again. So we'll pick it up from 20 seconds. So what I'm gonna do though is like twist this. Not twist this. I'm gonna. That was the wrong word. I'm sorry. I'm gonna point this out. So I'm gonna take the statement, and this is my opinion. This is in my opinion, Mr. Hernandez, Esquire, attorney for Ms. Dr. Gonzalez here. We're at 20 seconds right now. That comment was. Let's stop this thing at 27 seconds after 27 seconds.
Everyone else who's not about the gang life, that's out there protesting and speaking up, we're out there like fighting our turf, protecting our people. And like, where you at?
Let's stop at 28 seconds. Not everything is about, the ones who are in the gang life, but she sits there and says, no, I'm honoring my First Amendment of freedom of speech. But that 27 seconds, she used the word weird. Well, weird is a contraction word, right? The defined of weird is we. So yes. This is where the bullshit has to stop, right? Where people come in and they go, oh, that's not what I said. And then remember it's a duck theory.
Yeah, but as somebody with power, you obviously still get your First Amendment right, but I don't think you could tell the people on social media to do what she has said.
Well, my point was her attorney, like I said, this is my opinion. So she's now represented by counsel after making this audacity of a video. Then the lawyer states in his remark he puts out, that's not what she meant. She was exercising her First Amendment of the Constitution. That's not what she meant. She wasn't saying that. She wasn't encouraging violence. She was encouraging a violent known street gang to go up against ICE. And they're going to be like, oh, that's not what they said. I mean, this is all twisting of the narrative here. But right, you go to 27 seconds. She used the word we're now. We're. The definite, that's a contraction. So the defined of we're is we. We is used by a speaker to refer to himself or herself and one or more other people considered together. So that word we're is used in a formal context for or by a royal person or by a writer or editor to refer to himself or herself. So now those words she's using them as yes. If she's using the word we're, which is defined as we,
she's including herself.
She is the speaker, So watch here. Let me play. So keep that in mind. Let's keep that in mind. Let me go forward from 28 seconds forward from the video.
Fighting our turf, protecting our people. And like, where you at? Bien calladitos, todos los chulitos. I'm like, dude, they're running amok all up in your...
So did you hear that? After we're, our people belongs to or associated with the speaker and one or more other people previously mentioned or easily identified. So they're going, oh, that's not what she meant. That's not what she meant. She was just utilizing her, First Amendment rights she was just, talking to her people. No, not at all. She used the words we're in our streets and this is her defining.
She's including herself into the situation.
Yeah, not only that, she made herself the speaker to create that situation. That is a defined. I mean, if you went into a court of law and you want to try to turn this fucking narrative around 68 times from Sunday, and I'm sorry, dude, I was the prosecution And this bullshit came up to me. And like I said, this is my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And, I didn't mean that there. And that's not what I was saying. I was just like, hey, you guys should stick up for yourself, which she's still encouraging, anarchy and destruction for federal law enforcement. I mean, in another way too. So those words there, she used those words. It's on video. You can't twist that narrative. We're, that's defined as we, and are. So she's appropriate. That's racial, 110%. Everybody band together. And I'm sorry, you cannot erase what she said there. You can't say and go, it's a glitch in the matrix. I never used those words. You did use those words, we're and are. That's the define of what we're talking about here, 110%. So what you said, in my opinion, on that video, just using those two words, you can argue that whole fucking 3-minute video, bottom line. But you can't take away those two words. And the funny thing is people need to be responsible for their actions and what they've done. Just like the DUI thing.
You can't just get a slap on the wrist and call it good.
No,
and then go back and do it again.
I can't go up on national TV or radio or go knock on a judge's door and go, I'm going to judge. Let's go federal judge. I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yes.
And I don't like your robe. And I think you're a sack of shit. And I think not only do I like your robe, I don't like your face. I think you're naked underneath that robe. And I'm gonna fucking kill you. And this guy's got a goddamn Ring camera and another camera, because it's a judge, he does.
Yeah.
And I leave there and the cops come beat up my door tomorrow morning. I'm like, I never said that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But we could take this in two different interpretations.
That's not what I meant.
That's not what I meant. I was expressing my First Amendment of the Constitution, but the words, the dialogue, mean shit.
Yes.
And that's exactly, I mean, this is and a lot of people, when I use the word treason, let me use this for my own thing. I'll explain this to some other fucks out there that I don't know, maybe can't understand common English and the defines treason. People think of treason like, oh my God, like what just happened with the pictures that just came out from the Iran bombing. No, I'm not going to fucking talk about goddamn Iran, the goddamn bombing. Just they use that word treason because somebody from the inside leaked those photos out. Treason, right? So I mean, treason shall consist only in levying war against the state or assisting any other state or person or inciting or conspiring with any other person or to a levy war against the state or attempting by force of arms or other violent means to overthrow the organs of government establishment by the Constitution or taking part or being. I remember this, kids. Remember people, the definition of gang. So she is calling on a known violent street gang to uprise against U.S. law enforcement and take a stand to harbor immigrants and defend them from the deportation. So in layman's terms, an elected official in local government is calling on known violent street gangs to go against the United States. To put it in black and white, this is fucking crazy. I mean, no wonder our society is 100% fucking broken. I mean, apparently she wasn't educated enough to understand the Constitution as an educator. You know what I mean? I mean, no wonder these kids are growing up doing exactly what you were seeing on TV. I mean, what's happening all around us? I mean, they're burning shit, looting, desecrating our flag, committing crimes, going on national television and doing this on live TV and think there will be no repercussions to their actions.
I agree with that.
I mean, am I right or am I fucking retarded?
But California just seems to
I think
letting it go.
But I mean,
feel
look,
like
look who's fucking teaching these people.
Oh, exactly.
Look who this woman here, and you can try to convince me fucking otherwise. This is an educator with a doctorate's degree, so good for her. In the beginning, came from immigrant parents, busted her booty. And I like that fucking kind of old school shit, right? Where you hear those stories, like, oh my God, I brought you here for a better life. And then whack, 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 whack. And the dumb kid's out there smoking weed with his fucking friends. And it's like, hey, dude, step out of it. Yeah, Pops pulled you out of the fucking trenches and brought you here to make something out of yourself, works his life into the ground. So
just for you to sit there and waste your life away.
And then, this woman apparently did something within herself. But the funny thing is, the fucking chick that looks like a lollipop now, like a cherry Jamaica, is
what?
true colors come out, dude. and that's, to me, the mask is off. The fucking, what do you talk about behind closed doors in your fucking house?
That's corruption.
What verbiage comes out of your mouth?
Yeah, who are you spewing this to?
Yeah, because
day in and day out. What has she said in the classrooms that none of us have heard about or know about?
And this is an educator.
Yeah.
I think LAUSD school district she was in charge of was like 80%. I mean, don't quote me on that one, but they're non-graduate scores. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're defined, and their testing scores are 80% below. I mean,
dropout rate.
Yeah, this is. I mean, you're sitting in a public place for one, not giving a fuck who's around you for two, thinking no one can hear you three, but then you get your fucking phone. And you open up the app, you open up the camera app, you flip the camera around. So, I mean, like, it's all this premeditation, and you videotape yourself. And then you hit the button to put this shit out on social media. I mean, if I wasn't a criminal, I'd be like, why are my legs walking me up to the bank door? Why are my arms grabbing the door? Why is my elbow pulling the door back to go open the door from the bank? Why is my left hand holding a bag? Why is my right hand now, after I let go of the door, now grabbing a machine gun? And why do I have a fucking mask on my face, dude? And walking up to the teller at the counter, going, bitch, give me your fucking money. But I didn't mean that. I didn't premeditate this. I just did it. That's not what I meant. I was exercising my,
I didn't mean to kill somebody.
Yeah. I identify as not fucked up. Can you have your money now? Can you put the money in the bag, please? Because I identify as normal. I mean, come on, dude. This is some absolute fucking bullshit, dude. And I'm trying to find out some more stuff. I did some digging on her, and like where she was from, what high school she went to, like her bio.
Oh,
and
you dug deep.
I did, because that shit. Because I mean, I can understand English, dude. I didn't mean to offend anybody. I'm sorry, but I mean, I can understand what's put in front of me. I can read left or right. I can understand common sense, and this shit ain't common. And then to have said, in my opinion, her attorney, which, hey, that's your job, dude, and people pay you for a service, and that's what you're doing. And putting that statement out, that's part of your job too, in the curriculum and whatever of being an attorney. But to go there and that's not what she meant. But if you use those words, we're in her dialogue on that video, which we're is defined as we, and are is the words that she's using. That's her narrative. That's her motive. Is where are you? I'm calling on you to come out and defend our people. She's used that word, our people, and our neighborhoods against the biggest gang. I mean, I guess you could talk your way out of a shitbag if she didn't use the words we're and our. But I mean, you bring someone up in a court of law and you put that video up there and you want to prove your point, which you go to court, they're not going to give a shit about an assumption or, hey, I was around the corner yesterday and, Tom said this. They don't give a fuck about that. They give a fuck about the substantiated and the provable, which I'm sorry, dude. I mean, if I was an ambulance chasing lawyer, I think I could go up against that one.
So what do you think would happen? Like, what do you think the outcome of this is going to be? What can happen? What do you think is more likely to happen?
What do you mean out of her?
Yeah.
I mean, some plea deal. Who fucking knows? She'll take a plea, lose her job. She'll probably, knowing the shit crap SoCal, dude, she'll walk away with her pension because her crappy ass fucking teachers union.
She's going to make a tweet saying she's sorry.
Yeah,
that's
her
it.
teachers union will try to negotiate like there's some powerhouse, dude, to, hey, give her some of her pension. And even though she didn't work her full term and blah, blah, blah. And who knows? Other than that, or she goes to federal prison for 20 years or more.
I don't see that happening in California.
I don't think
unless they, the federal government brings her up on charges.
I mean, if
well, that's what they're going after her, the FBI.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's the only way.
Saying. I mean,
California themselves, I don't think they'll do anything.
I feel like if what she called for actually happened and a bunch of gang members went after ICE, something could definitely go wrong with her. She could go to jail for a long time.
You know what's even funnier too is I don't see like the OG gangsters, dude. Like, so you've seen the video. We've shown this video not once but twice. We'll finish the video again, but I don't see all these OG gangsters going, oh yeah, let's go out and create it.
They're probably like, fuck this bitch.
Yeah, dude, why would you like? They're like this. Yeah, no, we're gonna hang out inside because federal prison don't sound too cool right now.
This
dude.
sounds like a setup.
Yeah. So federal prison, you go and you serve the whole time. You know, you go to county or whatever. Your day and a night counts as 2 days. These guys are like, oh no, you got 25 straight years in prison. Like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna sit inside and not disturb my money flow. And when I got working out in the streets, and go, I think I'm just gonna be quiet on this one. I mean, that's how I see it. That's how maybe they see it too. And you know what? Kudos for them for being smart enough to do so. They're like, you know what? We're not gonna go to bat for this broad, dude.
Yeah. I mean, if I was a gang member doing illegal stuff all day, I would try and stay like not so involved in.
Yeah, like sight unseen.
Yeah.
Yeah, like let's not do this.
Stay under the radar.
Yeah, you know that would probably be best for business and for your freedom too.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they see that as well.
Probably.
You might have some youngsters out there, dude, who don't know no better and just are, you know, fucking uneducated and don't know what's going on, but seeing Big Brother do whatever. Like whatever the shit happens, but I mean, come on, I think they have a little bit more common sense than that, dude.
They just want anarchy.
Yeah, they're like, you know, we're just
Anarchy.
we're gonna order in. We don't want to go outside, dude. We don't want the cops to videotape us, license plates. You know, I've been hanging out watching fucking Netflix, bro. You know what I mean? So I mean,
been pretty chill since all this been going on.
it's just the insanity what's
A lot
going
of
on.
backyard barbecues.
Yeah, or inside barbecues because they won't want to go outside because they don't want their fucking
Catch me inside. How about that?
catch me outside. I mean, now all the players and contributors to the Operation Scumbag here. I mean, this is what we're talking about here, dude. The premises to what the sign reads, the definition of what the show is about is this. I mean, to all the ignorant fucktards, dude, what's the difference?
Is it me?
Than me saying or going on social media or putting out blogs or knocking on your door. You know what the weird thing is, dude, is like, here's the thing with this crap too. You know what I mean? Like I said, I keep trying to keep digging on some stuff. So, you know what? It's none of this stuff's okay. None of this shit's okay. What's going on?
We've established that.
Yeah, go protest, do your thing, do it peaceful. Hey, dude, at like 8:00, go home, dude, and come back. If you don't have a job, apparently, you don't know nowhere to be because apparently thousands of these people didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, you call it like, hey, dude, I'm gonna go riot tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be in Monday through Friday. And they're like, yeah, no problem, dude. We'll cover your shift.
I'm probably gonna get arrested, so
dude, like, and a respectable firm, like, did you participate in a now a violent protest? Oh no.
what did you do while you're out there? I set a couple cars on fire, broke a couple windows.
I mean, this is 110% provoking is what this is.
Yeah.
What to take a defense and a stand and an offense play towards the United States government, dude. I mean, I'm sorry, dude. I wouldn't go to another country and walk on their land, which I couldn't anyway. I have to show passports before I go. If you went to Germany and pulled this shit, you'd be smashed in the head with a goddamn baton. And I'm not talking about, don't even mix that shit up. Like, oh, you Nazi. No, you jackasses. That shit ended in 1944. So to current Germany, let's use another one. Go to Switzerland and pull this shit. They'd beat you in the goddamn head with a baton. Put you in a fucking hog tie, throw you in a van, drive that van to a jail, throw you on the floor, take the hog tie off, take pictures of you, probably kick the shit out of you, revoke your citizenship or whatever you're trying to progress there, put you on an airplane and send your ass back. So, I mean, this is so far-fetched what's happening here with this all this racist bullshit, dude. And the narrative changed too with all what's going on, right? There's all this immigration and all this crap. They're not just going after this. They're not going after Mexicans per se. That's another part of the problem where education comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
This is a federal law on the United States Constitution. This is a law in 120 countries, 30 nations. We are no different than anybody the fuck else. Bottom line, cut and dry, black and white. And that's where it's, so put it this way. I'm going to go out, I'm going to commit crimes. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to call out on gangs to emit violence against the United States government. What's the difference? If I went and if I walked up to a house and knocked on your door, you answered the door. And I'm like, hi, I'm here to smash you in the head with a fucking rock. You know what I mean?
I would be a little concerned.
But your response is like, oh my God, you can't do that. Well,
that's illegal.
But what do you mean? I can't do that. I mean, well, by that, what do you mean? And it's against the law. You can't do this. Well, what the fuck? Wait a minute. You know what I mean? Wait a minute. If you can go and violate federal laws, then what's me violating a civil law? Right? If I just hit you in the fucking head, split your head open, but I don't kill you, I'm not committing capital murder, but I'm just going to bash your head in. And unfortunately, you live. What's the big difference here? What's the problem?
Maybe attempt to murder.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, yeah, it'd be attempted murder or premeditated attempted murder, or if I did kill you, it'd be capital murder. Or what's the difference between? And then they come back and they go, "Well, that's different." Well, how is it different? Well, you can't do that. It's a law. Well, yeah, you can't go out there and fight the United States fucking federal government, burn their cop cars, smash them in the head with rocks. Light fucking cop cars on fire, light highway patrol cars on fire on an interstate, and go with
government money.
And what's the problem? How is that different than that? It's a crime. So
vandalize, destruct private and public property,
burn, loot, steal. Yeah, you're burning police cars. You're assaulting federal agents in the streets. You're burning our flag. You're violating federal laws. What's the difference? I don't understand if they're. It's not the same. I just don't understand. Like my brain don't fucking work. My brain don't operate on stupid. I don't know, man. You're out there harming taxpayer property and fucking burning cars down that you don't own and fucking hurting cops and sworn officers and, screaming crazy shit in the streets. If you're committing anarchy, well, what's the difference if I want to commit anarchy? What's the difference? I don't know what makes it separate. If she can go on there and do this shit, well, then why can't I just go on there and like purge?
Why not?
Like, hey, dude, why don't we all do a purge once a year? Well, you can't do that. Well, what do you mean you can't do that? You just called on well-known gangs that stretch from California, Mexico, New Jersey, New York. What's the difference?
Where does the line get drawn?
Yeah. When do you stop going, I'm fucking retarded? You know what I mean? When do you stop as a functioning person in society and go, that's not right? And stop the bullshit, stop the crap, do this.
Let's all get along.
Yeah, as time went forward, man, from the 20s and the 30s and the 40s and 50s, we just got dumber as a fucking society, dude.
What laws are we allowed to break and what laws are we not? I mean, where's the line? Where's the line?
I don't know. I mean, that's the difference between society and law-abiding citizens who respect the country that you work and you live and you raise your families in. And then there's this bullshit, there's a difference when it comes to opinions and people who have no idea what an opinion is. There's educated and uneducated. But then there's this woman who was educated, but apparently the mask came off and the true colors came out. And it's like, if you want to, and the bullshit words she will use, like I said, is, and it happened yesterday, is when they are my people and I was standing up for them because Americans are racist or some bullshit of that nature, but I will say they are our people. I mean, they're American people. If those are citizens of the U.S., no matter what fucking color you are, you can be fucking Asian, African, purple with a fucking horn coming out your head. And if you're a native, then those are our people too. But if you're calling on all, call this gang and our people in our neighborhood, there could be citizens in that neighborhood. but you're still calling on that neighborhood to defend yourself against federal agents. So it's like, well, wait a minute, you're calling on our people. Those are our people too. If they're Americans, I mean, they're our people. I mean, bottom line, I just don't. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of them are here, and the simple word nobody understands is illegal. That's the problem. They're illegally here, and the ones that they're mixed up in with, and family members or whatever. I mean, we don't want to see these people get hurt in any way, shape, or form. But it's a crime is being committed, which they're actively committing a crime every 24 hours a day by being here illegally. Well, we must do what is right and uphold the law. We can't pick and choose what crime is worse than the other. They are already stated in whatever order a crime is categorized in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Crime is a crime.
Crime is a crime. You're right.
And they are here illegally. And unfortunately for them, that is a crime. And the cold hard truth is that there is nothing you or them can do about it, but do it the right way. And for a lot of them, in my opinion, they've had ample time to do so. And they haven't done shit to do anything.
A lot of it is, I think they need to make it easier to become a citizen.
I agree with that 100%.
It's
a long shit process.
I was born here, obviously.
No.
But from what I hear,
You don't say.
it ain't easy.
It's not easy. It's expensive.
And people come here, they don't have money. They spend all their money to get here.
I understand that, yeah. And I do understand that as an adult. And they should, right? So that's the thing that I guess what the point I was trying to make. A lot of them are here and for so many decades.
Yeah.
Right? And so many decades. I mean, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, 15 years. I get it. But at that point, it's like, okay, cool. You first came here, you had no cash. You had to pay whatever to get here. You had to find a place to live, food, help contribute with bills. That's understandable. But in the sheer core of it, okay, cool. But in that time frame, not all that time frame, you could have, couple bucks here. Next month you save $5. Next month you save $10. Next month you save $300. Next month, and you put that shit in a shoebox, and you go, fuck, I got $5,000 in 25 years. I'm gonna go get an immigration attorney or do my paperwork, and let's start this process and do this the correct way.
Yeah.
And that right there is the whole problem too. So there's been so many people that, I mean, look at Venezuela, south of, Mexico, dude. They come up here in droves and just take over the border, cross the border, rush the border, bump in here. I mean, the Biden administration, I mean, that was the whole kipper with what happened in his administration. Defined was open border policy.
Yeah, but they come up here for a better life, and they end up getting for us, a low-paying job because they can't be on no payroll.
Right.
So they have to fight that on top of living.
Yeah, and it's hard. I wouldn't want to be in their shoes, but yet, I mean, in turn, it's like we can't prevent where people are born. People are born in Nigeria right now. People are born in South Africa. You know what I mean? There's some.
Everybody got problems.
Yeah, white dude beating up a black guy. There's, you know what I mean? There's in South Africa. Everybody's got problems everywhere.
There's a point where the country needs to take care of its own.
There is, and we're all down to take care of outsiders too, but just check it out. Yeah, change the circumstances, change the criteria.
If you ain't causing no problems.
Right, you're just here to work.
Do your thing.
Do a better life.
Live a better life.
Yeah, I mean, go for it. Yeah, dude, come on. I mean, no problem. Come on in. So it's just, there should be a better way and a faster way to do it. And I mean, because we all can't do it on our own, but in turn we have to respect what laws are. Otherwise there'd be anarchy.
But on the other hand, criminals do come up here. Who's to say one guy working his ass off to get legal and another guy working his ass off to get legal, this one doesn't turn into a criminal. This one does.
Yeah. No, and I agree with that too.
It's hard to say.
There should be a scrutinization, and there needs to be a better process. However, that's figured out is above my pay grade apparently.
We just need to work it out.
It does, right? And then, yes, you need to scrutinize. It's like contractor's exam. Take this test, do this. Your background, not a felon. Nope. No DUIs. Nope. And all this stuff, too. I mean, you could be like the police department. You ever been in a protest before trying to become a cop? Nope. Take a lie detector test. I mean, whatever you need to change to make it faster, to try to decipher, then go for it. Let them in.
What if nobody's ever heard this before and you just change the world?
I better get a fucking raise. I would like a corner office so I could stare outside the windows, and then I look at the squirrels, and I could just be like, "That's a husband squirrel and a wife squirrel," and I just have my stapler.
Squirrels marry?
Yeah, so I mean, I would like a raise with a corner office if I just changed that fucking world. I don't know what the define would be. You know what I mean? I know.
That's the problem.
I do have an idea.
They can't agree on an answer. No one can agree on a dang answer.
But American people have the same problem. We all have criminals. There's no saying like,
oh no, Italy, Rome, Netherlands, everyone's got criminals, dude. China, Japan.
But we should be fighting our own problems first.
And that's where that's unfortunately is whatever get criticized about it is where that lies.
Yeah.
We have some massive fucking issues here, and then you have this on top of it.
God, I'm gonna get my head chopped off when this comes out.
Well, it's here's the understanding, right? This isn't a race war.
No.
At all. Period. The define of immigration, automatically, they come up and, oh my God, our people and our skin color. Dude, they got Asians, Nigeria, everyone is getting fucking deported.
Yeah.
Bottom line, you could be as white as the white man could fucking be, and you're getting deported because you ain't from here.
You
Yeah.
can be ginger.
Yeah.
You're getting deported.
You're from the UK.
Yeah, you're out. You're gone. And that's what they're doing right now. You don't hold citizenship here as a native, you're gone. So, I mean, this is the narrative changing right here. It's the same thing this woman went up and did. Narrative's being changed on her statement. Narrative's being changed on there, and they just come up and change this narrative. Oh, it's a fucking race war. It's not a race war. You're committing a federal crime.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Allegedly.
yeah, that is. I mean, the plausible. Here's another kipper too, right? That shit fucking pisses me off, right? Because let's do this. Let's get this out on the fucking table.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Before you get on your thing, can I go pee real quick?
Should we take a break?
We can take a break.
We've been talking for a minute. Let's take a break.